All right, guys, here we go. Quick chart update on XRP, XLM, XCN, and maybe even HBAR. Well, let's get right into this XRP, and this is the previous, the most near-term highs that all the altcoins hit was back in December of 2024 and into January of 2025. And as you can see, XRP had one of the best charts out there, meaning it pulled back the least. And what that means is that, the community, the people that are heavily involved with XRP, the whales, however you want to say it, did not, sell all their bags. They did not wipe out everything. They held through pretty well. And then we started, pulling up here, making higher lows. See, low, higher low, little consolidation through here, a few breakouts there. So yeah, right now we're hitting, well, there's a few things involved. We're on a strong time count, number one, causing, a pause candle or a pullback day. And also this high pivot here, which obviously was resistance. We broke out and then, the market reversed almost like a 180. The next target after we clear that, obviously, is our all-time highs. Okay, this is the all-time highs right here at this gray dashed line up here. Okay, and then once we pass it, maybe get over it, have a week where we close, in this range over that area. Then our next target is, a little over $4. Okay, so no doubt, not financial vows, but no doubt, we'll be hitting that sooner than later. And then XLM has had a, hellacious run again, you know, from that high back in 20, end of 2024, first of 2025. It pulled back, a lot more than XRP, but it's gained, and here we are, pretty close to getting over that and running. And as you can see, again, everything you need to know about the chart as price is going up or down, but in the season we're in now, going up, you can look on the left-hand side and these previous resistance zones. Let me pull it in so you can actually see it. These high pivot consolidation zones like this. As a matter of fact, that's right where we are right now. If I pull the chart back, see right here. But we're going to give it a little breathing room, see if we can come up here and retest this area, once again. But see how we wick through it. Of course, we're very, very extended from the initial, breakout zones down here. Okay. And if you, were familiar with reading the charts, you would have been getting in, scaling in, a little bit at a time on each one of these candles. And our Patreon group, we're open. If you want to join, I'll leave a link below to learn how to do this stuff. Then XCN, well, what we're looking at for XLM is hopefully hold this blue dash line. That support this previous resistance zone here. We're hoping to hold that as support. Maybe have a two down, one up. In other words, two red candles closing down into a large green candle. And then not all the time, but high percentage of time you get a green candle up and out. Now, we're not saying that's going to happen, tomorrow, but that's what we'll be, looking for, anticipating. But we really want to hold that blue dash line. If we don't, what do? Well, we pull this down to the next high or low pivot zone. And here we have a double low pivot, V shape. See V shape. Let me show you that more clearly. See how it V shape, V shaped, and we lost it right there. Okay. Let me take all that off. So yeah, this is where we could fall, quite honestly, right? Down here under 40 cents. If we can't get some at least consolidation through here, I'd be, even if we don't get a green candle tomorrow, I could care less. As long as we consolidate through here and build, if I can get my pen to work, if I can, build support, a base, and then break out, and then that next green candle would be probably our go-to. XCN, are we getting any love here? Yeah, but I mean, this is where you're, see what I'm talking about in January, and then we had all that, just a slow bleed to the downside to the 200, that red line, and here we are. I mean, not bad compared to a lot of other altcoins. They're still, way down in this range. But here we go again. See that consolidation over here, holding. See, we're in an inside bar. In other words, all these closing inside that red bar right there. Let me take that off. So now we're holding. Hopefully that'll hold as support, and we can again, consolidate, but on maybe this side of it, and then break out. Okay. Now, if we lose this, what do? Go down to the next higher low pivot right here. Yeah, right about in there. But all these altcoins are a little bit um, extended above the 20, and even in this case, over the 200. But at the same time, the chart's making low, higher low, as we try to, and hopefully, if we start, putting in green candles here, we could even put in another higher low there as well. Okay. But as long as, well, let me do H bar, okay, real quick. And I mean, we called it right basically to the penny. And for our Patreon there, I'll go ahead and show you. Yeah, it goes all the way back over here where that resistance was coming in. Previous support is going to be resistance now as you come into it, okay? In this zone, we tried to test it here, held one day, tested it in this range, and boom, here we are. But we're not getting a big bleed out here. We're not getting a big, rollover waterfall to the downside. Okay. So we're putting this as our, next support. If we have to come down here and test it a little bit, there's this consolidation zone there that could help. And it kind of is right now. Let me show you how that works. See all this sideways, sideways price action here. If you pull this over, see, we're right in there, which is good. Okay. I mean, it's like concrete and steel trying to get through it, and HBAR did, but it came into all this other previous resistance zones. Okay. So that's where we are right now. Still very, very extended. And this is where people, you know, not to get on a soapbox, this is where people, get wiped out in the market. Down here, when you're making these higher lows, see, people still weren't thinking we were going to break out. Okay, this is what we teach our Patreon members. See, low, higher low, higher low. We're making those W formations. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Let me take all that off so you can actually see the chart. And that consolidate. If you missed all of this, then right here, this consolidation zone breakout here, this high pivot here, we got over it. Boom. The 200 is always an issue, especially if you're way down here and you're coming up to it. But anyway, um, so that's the type of stuff we teach over on Patreon. And I mean, you could double, triple, quadruple if you just had one good setup from your payment over there on Patreon. If you think about it, as cheap as it is. But anyway, guys, hang in there. Don't be buying up here unless you get a confirmed breakout. Not financial advice. But yeah, there were people, piling in up here when, if they knew how to read the charts, were leveraging in, scaling in, gradually getting in this area down here. You can't get more of a perfect chart than the last, well, mainly XRP, XLM, and H bar, how they have blown up to the upside. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you on the charts.